How high-value men outsmart women's games. Have you ever felt like you're walking through an emotional minefield? One moment she's warm and engaging. The next she's distant, dropping cryptic hints or testing your patience. Maybe she's flirting with someone else in front of you, or throwing out a subtle jab like, "You're probably not even that busy." Sound familiar? You're not imagining things. Many women, sometimes consciously, often instinctively, use psychological games to gauge a man's strength, confidence, and worth. These aren't always malicious, but they can leave you feeling manipulated, confused, or even second-guessing yourself. High-value men, though, they don't fall for it. They see through the fog, stay calm under pressure, and come out stronger, without compromising who they are. Today, we're diving into the art of outsmarting these games. You'll learn how to recognize the tests, respond with unshakable confidence, and flip the dynamic in your favor. This isn't about playing games back, it's about mastering yourself so you're untouchable. Buckle up, because by the end of this, you'll have a playbook to navigate any emotional curveball with clarity, control, and class. Part 1. They recognize the game before it starts. High-value men don't get blindsided because they know the game before it even begins. Most men react emotionally to a woman's sudden coldness, passive-aggressive comments, or flirtatious glances at someone else. They take it personally, get defensive, or worse, chase validation. But a high-value man? He observes. He analyzes. He understands that these behaviors, often called shit tests in certain circles, aren't always about disrespect. They're tests of your emotional strength, loyalty, and confidence. What are these tests? Picture this: you're on a date, and she says, "You seem like the type who's always texting other girls." Or maybe she goes silent for hours after a minor disagreement, leaving you wondering what you did wrong. These are tests, subtle or overt challenges to see if you'll crack under pressure. Will you get needy, defensive, angry? Or will you stay grounded? High-value men know these moments aren't random. Evolutionary psychology suggests women, often unconsciously, test men to assess traits like resilience and emotional stability, qualities that signal a reliable partner. It's not always about malice, it's about instinct. She's asking, "Can you handle me at my worst? Can you be my rock when life gets chaotic?" How to recognize the game. Sudden coldness, she pulls back emotionally or physically, creating distance to see if you'll chase her. Example, you text her, and she responds with one-word answers or takes hours to reply, even though she's active online. Jealousy plays, she mentions another guy or flirts lightly in your presence to gauge your reaction. Example, at a party, she laughs a little too loudly at another guy's joke while glancing at you. Verbal jabs, she teases or questions your character to test your confidence. Example, "I bet you're not even that good at your job," said with a playful smirk. The high-value response. Instead of reacting emotionally, a high-value man pauses. He doesn't chase when she withdraws, he gives space. If she flirts with someone else, he doesn't sulk or confront, he stays composed. Maybe even amuses himself elsewhere. If she throws a verbal jab, he doesn't defend his ego, he smirks, deflects, or flips the question. Why? Because reacting emotionally hands her the reins. Staying grounded keeps you in control. By observing her intent, testing your strength, not attacking your worth, you avoid the trap. You become the calm in her storm, the pillar she can lean on. Pass these tests with stillness, and you signal unshakable strength. Actionable tip: next time you sense a test, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what's her intent here? Then choose a response that preserves your calm. Silence, a playful retort, or simply walking away to refocus on your own energy. Part 2. They respond, not react. The difference between reacting and responding is the cornerstone of a high-value man's mindset. A reaction is impulsive, driven by emotion, anger, insecurity, or desperation. A response is deliberate, chosen with clarity and purpose. High-value men live by one rule: the stronger the emotion, the slower the response. Reaction versus response. Imagine she says, "You're probably talking to a dozen other girls, right?" A reactive man might stammer, "No, I swear, it's just you." Or get defensive, "Why would you even say that?" Both reactions betray insecurity, handing her control. A high-value man, though, responds. He might say with a sly grin, "Would that bother you if I was? Or only the ones who can keep up with me?" This flips the frame, keeps it playful, and shows he's unfazed. This isn't just wordplay, it's emotional discipline. Studies in emotional intelligence show that pausing before responding reduces conflict and builds trust. By choosing your words, you control the narrative. Real-life scenarios. Scenario 1, the silent treatment. She goes quiet after a disagreement. A reactive man bombards her with texts, "What's wrong? Talk to me." A high-value man sends one calm message, "Hey, I'm here when you're ready to talk." Then he moves on with his day. He knows chasing fuels drama, space invites resolution. Scenario 2, the jealousy test at a bar. She chats animatedly with another guy in your view. A reactive man might interrupt or sulk. A high-value man stays engaged with his friends, laughs, and enjoys himself. His confidence says, "I'm not threatened." Scenario 3, the verbal jab. She teases, "You're not even that strong, are you?" A reactive man flexes or defends his gym routine. A high-value man chuckles, "Strong enough to handle you," and changes the subject. Why it works. Responding neutralizes drama because it shows you're not controlled by her actions. It creates intrigue. Women are drawn to men who don't crumble under pressure. Your calm becomes magnetic. Plus, it sets a precedent: you don't reward manipulation with attention. Actionable tip: practice the 3-second rule. When you feel triggered, count to 3 before speaking or acting. This tiny pause lets you shift from reaction to response, keeping you in control. Part 3, they maintain an abundance mentality. The most powerful weapon in a high-value man's arsenal? An abundance mentality. This isn't about dating multiple women, though it can be. It's about knowing your life is complete without any one person. Most men operate from scarcity: if I lose her, I'm done. This fear makes them cling, beg, or compromise their values. High-value men reject this mindset. What is abundance? Abundance means your self-worth doesn't hinge on one woman's approval. It's rooted in a life you've built: your career, fitness, friendships, passions. When she pulls away to test your investment, you don't panic. You give space, knowing your world doesn't collapse without her. Psychological research backs this. Self-efficacy, belief in your own capabilities, correlates with healthier relationships and less attachment anxiety. How it looks in action. Scenario: she cancels plans last minute with a vague excuse. A scarcity-minded man pleads, "Why? Did I do something?" A high-value man says, "Cool. Catch you later," and hits the gym or calls a friend. He's not faking it, he genuinely has a full life. Result: she senses his independence. Women are drawn to men who don't need them to feel whole. This shifts the power dynamic. She's no longer the prize, you are. Building abundance. Abundance isn't just mental, it's practical. Invest in your body. Regular workouts boost confidence and signal discipline. Your skills: learn something new, a language, a craft, a business skill. Competence breeds confidence. Your circle: surround yourself with positive, driven people who lift you up. Your purpose: have a mission bigger than any relationship. Whether it's building a business or mastering a hobby, purpose anchors you. When your life radiates fullness, you don't chase, you attract. Women feel this energy and respect it. The paradox: when you don't need her, she's more likely to want you. Actionable tip: write down 3 areas of your life For example, fitness, career, hobbies, where you can level up. Commit to one small action per week in each area. This builds a life so rich that no single rejection can shake you. Part 4, they use direct communication to kill confusion. Women often communicate indirectly when emotions run high, hints, passive aggression, or silence. High-value men cut through this fog with directness. They don't guess or play along with ambiguity, they invite clarity with calm confidence. The power of directness. If she's acting cold, a high-value man doesn't stew in uncertainty. He might say, "I've noticed you've been distant. Is something on your mind?" This isn't confrontational, it's an invitation to openness. If she dodges, he sets a boundary, "I'm here for honest communication. I don't do guessing games." Then he moves on with his day. This approach is rooted in assertive communication theory, which emphasizes expressing needs clearly while respecting others. Directness signals confidence and emotional security, qualities women find deeply attractive, even if they resist in the moment. Examples of direct communication. Scenario 1, passive aggression. She sighs and says, "Whatever. You do you." Instead of ignoring it, you say, "Sounds like something's bothering you. Want to talk about it?" Scenario 2, mixed signals. She's hot and cold. Affectionate one day, distant the next. You say, "I value consistency. If something's off, let's address it." Scenario 3, disrespect. She crosses a line. Like mocking you publicly, you calmly state, "I don't tolerate disrespect. Let's keep this respectful or I'm out." Why it works. Directness kills manipulation by setting clear expectations. It shows you're not afraid to address issues, which earns respect. Women crave emotional security, even when they test it. By leading with clarity, you provide that anchor. Plus, it weeds out those who thrive on chaos, saving you time and energy. Actionable tip. Practice one direct conversation this week. If someone's behavior confuses you, calmly ask for clarity. Start small, like with a friend or colleague, to build confidence for bigger moments. Part 5, they walk away when needed. The ultimate power move of a high-value man? Walking away. Not out of pettiness or ego, but from a deep well of self-respect. When a woman consistently disrespects boundaries, manipulates, or withholds affection as punishment, low-value men beg, argue, or over-explain. High-value men don't. When to walk away. Repeated disrespect. She mocks your values or belittles you, even after you've addressed it. Manipulation. She uses guilt, silence, or ultimatums to control you. Incompatibility. Her actions show she doesn't align with your standards or vision for a relationship. How to walk away. State your position, calmly express your boundary. Example, "I need mutual respect in any relationship. This isn't working for me." Follow through. If she doesn't change, leave, whether it's ending a conversation, a date, or the relationship. Stay firm. Don't backtrack for temporary affection or apologies without action. The psychology behind it. Walking away signals high self-worth. Behavioral psychology suggests that people value what they have to earn. By leaving a toxic dynamic, you show you're not desperate, which often prompts reflection in the other person. Even if she doesn't chase you, you've protected your peace. And that's the real win. Real life example, John, a high-value man, dated Sarah, who repeatedly cancelled plans last minute. After addressing it calmly with no change, he said, "I value reliability. I'm stepping back." Sarah later reached out, apologizing, but John had already moved on to a life aligned with his standards. Actionable tip. Identify one non-negotiable boundary in your relationships, for example, respect, honesty. Next time it's crossed, practice stating it clearly and be ready to walk away if it's ignored. Part 6, they flip the frame. Most men enter relationships trying to prove they're good enough. High-value men flip this dynamic. They make her prove she's worthy of their time. This isn't arrogance, it's confidence rooted in self-awareness. What is frame control? The frame is the unspoken narrative of an interaction. If she's testing you with, "Why should I date you?" the implied frame is that you need to qualify yourself. A high-value man flips it, "Why should I choose you?" This shifts the dynamic, making you the selector, not the selected. How to flip the frame? Compliment selectively, instead of showering her with praise. Reward specific behaviors. Example, "I like how thoughtful you are when you plan things." Don't over-invest early, match her investment. If she's slow to respond, don't flood her with texts. Mirror her energy. Set standards, communicate what you value. Example, "I'm drawn to people who are honest and driven." What's something you're passionate about? Why it works? Flipping the frame creates a dynamic where she's inspired to meet your standards, not the other way around. It's silent leadership, guiding the interaction without force. Women respect men who know their worth and aren't afraid to set the tone. Real life example, Mike was asked, "What makes you so special?" by a date. Instead of listing achievements, he smiled and said, "I'm curious, what makes you special?" She spent the next 10 minutes opening up. Drawn to his confidence. Actionable tip in your next interaction. Ask a question that subtly shifts the frame to her proving herself. Example, if she teases you, respond with, "Bold move. What else you got?" Part 7, Mastering the Inner Game. All these strategies, recognizing tests, responding calmly, walking away, hinge on one thing, mastering yourself. The real game isn't with her, it's within you. High-value men don't just outsmart external challenges, they conquer their fears, insecurities, and need for validation. The inner battle. Ask yourself, why do I fear losing her? Hint, it's often tied to scarcity or low self-worth. Why do I react emotionally to tests? Maybe you're seeking approval. Why do I tolerate disrespect? Could be a lack of clear boundaries. High-value men live intentionally. They train their minds like they train their bodies. They reflect on their triggers, build a life of purpose, and never let external validation define them. Steps to master your inner game. Self-reflection, journal weekly about your emotional triggers. What made you react this week? Why? Build discipline, commit to one daily habit, meditation, exercise, reading, that strengthens your mental resilience. Define your standards, write down what you want in a partner, a career, a life. Let these guide your decisions. Seek growth, take a course, learn a skill, or tackle a fear. Growth breeds confidence. Why it matters. When you master your inner game, you don't chase, you attract. You don't react, you lead. You don't play to win her, you play to stay true to yourself. This energy is magnetic. People feel it. Your presence commands respect without a word, because you're grounded in who you are. Real life example, Tom used to chase women's approval. But after months of journaling and hitting the gym, he noticed a shift. He stopped caring about rejection. Women started noticing his quiet confidence, drawn to his authenticity. Actionable tip, start a 30-day challenge. Pick one habit, for example, 10 minutes of meditation daily, to build mental strength. Track how it shifts your confidence in interactions. This isn't about winning at someone else's game, it's about mastering your own. High-value men don't play to impress, they live to express who they are. Build your life, set your standards, and never settle for less than you deserve. If this hit home, smash that like button. Subscribe for more strategies to level up. And share this with a brother who needs to hear it. Drop a comment, what's one test you've faced? And how will you handle it differently now? Until next time, stay strong, stay sharp, and never let anyone dim your light.